I know you touched on it a little bit about your next steps and your goals. This one specifically talks about why you're stepping down from presidency. And of course, you've already mentioned, what's next for you. Not the Dodge, but there's something else that's next for you. Let us know.
Well, I'm stepping down because I'm old.
That's it? That's
a good reason.
That's the reason. I didn't expect to be working at this point in my life. And, I find myself surprised that I am. My children want me to be more available to spend money on them, and so on. I give a lot of my money to Prairie View, and they look at that and they say, that's very nice, Mom, but I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, are you spending our inheritance? So they're very fearful about what I'm going to do, and I do annoy them by saying things like, "Don't you think it would be a good idea if I willed my house to Prairie View?" And don't you think that we ought to do this for Prairie View? And so they're just, they don't know what to make of that. But I think that I want Prairie View to be well led. And so many of our colleges believe in a monarchical presidency, somebody who comes and stays for 30 years, okay? This has held our institutions down. The other model that holds our institutions down is jumping about from leadership to leadership without any kind of planning. So the one thing I promised myself when I came to Prairie View is that when I left, I would leave in an orderly way. And that means I would announce, I would give time for a reasoned process to find an outstanding leader, and I would not budge until that person was in place. And so what I'm hoping, and I preach this for every HBCU board of trustees, and I lecture them all the time. They're really so tired of me. But this is what I lecture to them, because it has afflicted us and hurt us greatly, the way that we have failed to pay attention to succession. Yes. And so that's my commitment, and part of the reason I'm leaving now is because I think it is a good time for us to have a smooth transition. So Prairie View is going to have an outstanding next president.
Yes.
And I'm going to be hanging around, looking over their shoulder. No. And I'm going to be available to assist in whatever way that I can. And this is, people wonder, well, why is that university so outstanding? And why is that one? Well, you know why they are? Their leadership plan over a long period of time has been very structured, and they plan for it for years. And then the president, when they go out, they don't leave. They are available, and they keep working. And they're sent off to do things to help parts of the university. So we don't have to leave mad. We don't have to leave because some other shiny thing attracts us. We can plan for our university to be led in an appropriate way, and that's what we're trying to do at Prairie View.
Thank you.